Welcome to the threesome, y'all. This is the podcast where the three of us attempt to talk about at least three topics each week. If this is your first time with us, we're glad you somehow found us, and as always, we apologize in advance.
No, we don't.
And he doesn't.
At all.
And if you are back for more of this madness, good for you. Stamina and all that.
Welcome.
And
Stamina's important.
And we do thank you for putting up with us once again. So the three of us are our point person and optimistic realist. We call her Star.
Photographers are artists. Stop separating the two.
Word.
Yep.
If you don't believe me, have a major event and and hire a bad one. Then you'll get it.
And our man in the middle and our voice of reason, we call him Magic.
Does America really deserve a birthday party?
Does it have one?
The 4th of July's.
I don't know. Well, okay. Splitting hairs. Anyway. And bringing up the rear, as always, I identify as the pragmatic contrarian of our group, and they call me Storm. I mean, calling the 4th of July America's birthday is kind of like me celebrating my dog's birthday on the day I got him. You know.
I mean, if you don't know any better.
I mean, it's silly.
Seem to jump in.
You know, my dog was like a smooth year and a half when I got him, so. But anyway.
We're American. We only serve shit that's important as we see it.
So I guess the 4th of July is technically America's Gotcha Day.
Yipper.
Anyway. Do we have any important announcements on this here week? Because by the time this airs, the 4th of July will have just passed. Do y'all celebrate? I don't celebrate.
Why would black people in America be patriotic?
I don't know.
I don't.
You'd be surprised. I mean, hell, my dad was in the Army.
I'll go get some barbecue though.
I was gonna say it's an excuse for a party. If anything else, the same way white people was out here celebrating Juneteenth. It's the same principle. You get a day off, and it's an excuse for a party.
Yeah, I'm contrary. I'm still putting on my Juneteenth shit on 4th of July, so.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'll do on the 4th of July, honestly. It's historically a hard day for me, so I won't know until I wake up Monday morning how I feel.
Why is the 4th of July historically a hard day for you?
My father passed away on the 4th of July.
Oh, okay. Rest in peace to a great man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, anything else we got? Any announcements? Nobody's got anything? Nobody passed? No?
Clearly, if they did, they weren't relevant
Damn.
to the three of us.
I mean, I think the Jazz traded Rudy Gobert today, if you care about such things.
Good for them.
Okay,
if we're going to talk basketball, as a New Jersey Nets fan, New Jersey Nets, mind you, if you're a Brooklyn Nets fan, you're a fucking clown. I don't even know who the GM is, but you cornball fuck. You really thought you were going to take two people who miss 1/3 of every season to injuries and manage to piss off every team they've ever been on, put them two together and win the championship. And then you bring in James Harden, the most out of shape motherfucker since Charles Barkley in his last few years. Even he can't put up with them two fucking cornballs. And you trade him for Ben Simmons. And you surprised your raggedy ass team is falling apart. Let's exert some common sense here, people.
Okay. Kevin Durant has asked for a trade.
While we on it, Kyrie's
Um,
like a bad bitch that don't want to fuck you but expects you to pay all her bills. Fuck is wrong with people?
yeah, I think Kyrie signed the option, right? He signed the extension.
Yeah, because nobody in their right mind is going to pay him damn near $40 million to not play basketball.
Okay. Well, where do you think Durant might wind up?
In the wrong side of history.
Oh, be nice to KD. I'm hearing
I
that
mm,
he's trying to get on
he
my
said he
Heat.
wants to go to Phoenix or Miami.
Well, I don't. I think Pat Riley should say no to
Ain't
that.
having it. You know Pat Riley saying no to that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, who knows what goes on in the great mind of Mr. Pat Riley? But I hope he
Pat
says
Riley
no
let
to that.
LeBron go. He ain't playing that shit with Durant.
No, if he let LeBron go, LeBron just decided he was going.
No, LeBron decided he
But
didn't have enough control over the organization. So it's like, all right,
yeah, and
peace.
Pat Riley was like, I'm not going to give you all that control." Yeah, you're right about that. Because why should he? I mean, it's Pat motherfucking Riley.
See how it worked for the Lakers.
Well, I mean, to be fair, ever since the younger buses have been left in charge, there's been a lack of institutional control over there. Anyway,
Hence, they're willing to let someone else come and do it.
yeah. So you think he might
You all right,
go
Star?
to Phoenix? Do you think?
Yeah,
Oh,
I have nothing to say about sports.
do you think
It's gonna
Phoenix? I
have to
mean,
be Kevin
because
Durant's under contract for another 3-4 years. What's Phoenix going to trade to get him?
well,
DeAndre
and that's my
Ayton?
point. Well, and that's my point because wherever he goes, they're going to want a whole lot for him, which is why I don't want Miami to do that because nah, don't trade away. Don't do that. And then I don't know if Phoenix is willing because they're going to ask for like all of them. And I
Yeah.
don't know. They might want to trade Aiton because, wasn't he
Okay,
having a
I'm
problem
saying
with his
they would.
contract?
Of course, they're willing to trade Ayton, but in reality, would you give up Durant for Ayton
I
after the
mean,
way fucking Giannis tore him a new asshole in every series?
Aiton?
Yes, at the
Um,
fourth quarter of every game, Giannis was still running up and down court full speed. Ayton looked like he was going to pass out.
I mean, no, I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't trade him for just Aiton, honestly. But
What
that's
else they
why I'm
got to throw
saying,
in?
like,
Draft picks?
I mean that, and probably, they got some pieces that they could probably throw in. But I mean, my point is, it's not going to do.
Bridges?
My point is, it's not going to do Brooklyn or I'm sorry, New Jersey,
No, it's
a
Brooklyn.
whole lot,
They can
a
have
whole
them.
lot of good. Oh, now they can have them. Yeah, it's not doing them a whole
Oh, no,
lot
I
of
disowned
good.
the team when they left the state.
Oh, okay. Kind of how I felt
Because they
about the
tried that
Raiders.
same goofy shit with Pierce and KG after they were washed.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's all for sports, folks.
yeah, for the most part, I think that's all for sports. I'm trying to think. Is there another sports topic that is relevant?
I'm sick of the free Britney Griner movement.
I'm not. Um,
She broke the
I mean,
laws of that particular land.
or
End
did
of
she?
story.
Nobody was caping for this broad when she was
Or,
beating up bitches a few years ago.
but my point is, or did she? Because if you told me that Brittany Griner got caught with a joint, I'd be more, I'd be more apt to believe that that's what happened.
We're really running a conspiracy theory for Britney Griner.
Well, what I'm saying is that women's basketball players are a much bigger deal in Russia.
Yeah, so who in their
And
right mind is like, let's take away all the entertainment?
well, here's my thing. I think that well, and you're right. I'm a big conspiracy theorist. I think that they may have been
They
using
could
her
have
as a
picked a
political
better
pawn.
target.
You
Well,
think they might have
because
been using her as a what?
a political pawn. Because I mean, it's been coming out lately that they've been trying to trade her for some Russian prisoners in the United States. And I think
And
they
they
thought,
decided to take a black WNBA player.
well, again, like I said, like I said, female basketball players are a bigger deal there. I think they may
Yes,
have
but they had to know
miscalculated.
not here. And I
I
watched
was
the
getting ready to say,
WNBA,
you
but
wouldn't think they didn't know that it wasn't here so much?
Really,
Like, what
they
kind of
thought
leverage did they think they were going to get
they also thought the
or
war in
have?
Ukraine that they were going to roll into Ukraine and take over in about 2 days. Remember that?
I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
So
so
it's
the
not
Russians
as
perhaps
if.
are delusional.
Well, my point is miscalculations are not something that I think they may have miscalculated. That is what I'm saying. I think they may have miscalculated her star power in the United States based on her star power in Russia. Because she didn't get what she got caught what they're saying they caught her with was a CBD containing something. Something
Yeah, vape
containing
pen.
CBD. No, I don't think it was a vape pen. It was something completely different. So I'm just like, I mean, I don't know. It sounds fishy to me that this all went down just as this war in Ukraine was starting. Like it seemed very fishy to me. But anyway, that's going to resolve itself at some point. So, um, what else are we going to talk about? Oh, so R. Kelly got convicted.
Yay, bitch. Nasty bitch.
Um, and apparently there's no pleasing Black Twitter.
Listen, if you are still out here an R. Kelly fan and proud, like, slap
Nigga
I
dead.
yourself.
don't. Well, I don't know that
And
that's
jump
even
in.
it. When I hopped on Twitter for a second today, because that was about all I could tolerate. Um, Much of the discussion was, well, how come they gave the black man 30 years and they gave the white lady 20? Because Ghislaine Maxwell only got 20 years for whatever her thing is that she did with
For
Epstein.
apparently trafficking children to nobody that has ever been convicted of participating.
Here's my thing. Like, I don't care about any of that. The fact that they both were convicted is
Fuck them
fine with me.
kids. Nah,
No,
I personally
no. I
feel both
mean,
of them should have gotten more.
yeah. I mean, but all these people talking about. Hold on, my dog is tripping. I hear you. Come on, scratching in my door like you crazy. Shoot, if you could not be like the police. Anyway,
That's just gonna make me edit shit.
I'm sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
life.
Anyway, as I was saying, I don't care who got more time. You know what I mean? Like to me, it's quibbling and
They
all
both
this.
deserve the chair, but whatever.
Uh, all this. Oh well, they gave the black
Both
man
deserve
more
general
time.
population. In
I
all
mean,
fairness, well, one, Dwight's trying to act like since Ghislaine, whatever her pronunciation is, I don't care. Because she was supposedly the sidekick, she got less time when the truth is most of her clients are in places where I'm surprised she got any time. And if R. Kelly got more time, yay, they're protecting black women for a change.
thank you, thank you. Because if he had gotten less time, the other half of Black Twitter would have been like, "Oh, see, they don't care about black
Yeah,
women. All they
it's no
care about is
pleasing
the
some
white
folks.
girls." So there's no pleasing them. That is my point. That is
But
exactly
we
what
knew
I was
that.
going to say. So, but yeah, my thing about her is first of all, she's what, like in her 70s?
I don't know the exact
So,
age, but she up
yeah.
there.
Yeah, so her getting 20 years is pretty much going to be a life sentence for her. If you are foolish enough to think she going to stay alive that long. Because
Hey, if she
the same
mysteriously
fates.
commits suicide, I ain't gonna be mad.
Exactly, because yeah, and if anybody believes that Epstein committed suicide, whoo, okay. I knew as soon as he was convicted, he wasn't going to last. So it really doesn't matter to me whether she gets 20 years, 30 years, or 15. I don't think she gonna last.
No.
She may not last one or two. So what difference does it make? Like, why is this the hill people are ready to die on? Like, I just don't understand that.
It's not. It's just the internet, and people want to be part of the conversation.
And they just want to have something to bitch about.
Yeah, and
Pretty
that's what I'm
much.
saying, because if R. Kelly had gotten less time, they'd be bitching about that.
Oh, I'm going to change my topic. I just thought about something.
Tell them why you
Oh,
mad, son.
okay. Go ahead.
So, off them two idiots. Have you heard the McDonald's, the child's father in McDonald's scandal? Have
What?
you heard anything about that?
Yeah, where the dude was
No.
basically coming to the chick, and it's his kid and her kids, and he got supposedly fed his kids McDonald's while the other kids just got whatever they got. It was
Okay,
all over the internet.
all over the damn
Oh,
internet,
well, you
and
know.
I don't really particularly care about that situation. What amazes me is, well, I won't even say amazes me, but um, the response, you know, from certain people, from a lot of different
Niggas
people, and
nigging.
right, like the entitlement of it all, like.
Okay, I'm lost. Okay, tell me again.
So
Explain to me.
basically, this woman asked her child's father to.
Okay, what woman? Are we talking about a commercial or?
No, this is like some
No,
video.
actually, it was a prank that they did, but it
It was a
Oh,
was good
prank.
acting. Yeah, they came
okay,
out
go
after the
ahead.
fact and said that shit was all acting, and niggas fell right into it.
Oh,
I don't
of
even want
course.
to discuss it then if it was a damn prank.
It's
Well, tell
not
me
so
what
much
happened.
that they did it. It was the
The
gist of it
response
all was basically
afterwards.
the dude was like, the rest of these kids ain't mine. I don't have to treat them as well. So the whole internet got into an argument of like, nah, hell nah, I ain't treating nobody's stepkids the same way I'm treating my kids.
Oh, so silly nigga shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, niggers of all
Glad I missed
races.
that.
Let's not make it a black
Well,
thing.
oh, absolutely. That is what I meant. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Yeah, that's
Here's
very
my
true.
thing. You had so many people on there like, well, if he knew she had other kids and he should have just bought them some and all of this other stuff. The entitlement of it all. Like, why would I don't understand. Yes, it would have been nice if this dude had have bought the other kids some food. But the thing about it is for you to expect for him to buy these kids some food. Like, I don't understand people. I
Well, I don't
really
know that.
fucking don't.
I don't know that that's the issue. Like me, first of all, I'm not going to treat anybody's child
How do you know
that
that's not?
way.
That's what they've been fuss. That's what they've been complaining about.
Okay,
Like,
but my point is, like I wouldn't take my child and your child somewhere and be like, get my child something to eat and be like, oh well, I don't know what you gonna do. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't do that because that's just, I mean, that's kind of cruel to children. Like if I would either wait until the other child wasn't around because you know, like I understand if you don't have the money to treat everybody's kid, like I get that, but then you could wait until the other children aren't around instead
okay,
of doing it in
so
their face. That's all I'm saying.
so that you have a better guide. Basically, what happened was, or in this skit, what happened was the guy asked about taking him, the mother said no. Like taking him to McDonald's, the mother said no. Then he wanted to have him eat the food out in the car, the mother said no. And when he comes up with the food for the son, she gets angry basically because he didn't buy her other kids anything to eat and basically takes the food and throws it on the ground.
Oh well, that's her fault. She should have told him he could take his kid. I mean,
So even though it was just a skit, I do understand that there are a lot of people out there who are petty in that way. And I there was so much of, well, he knows she's hard. She's having a hard time, and he knows she's got all them kids and this, that, and the other. And that shit just really fucking got to me. Like, it's the
yeah,
entitlement of it all.
yeah,
Like,
I know what you're saying.
um,
Like you expect me to feed these children that are like I get what you're saying. I guess with me, I guess because I have such a soft spot for kids. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. To me, I wouldn't do that to those kids just to prove a point or just because their mother is trifling. Like
well, here's the thing about that. Here's the thing about that, right? Whether he wanted to buy the kids some food or not is irrelevant to me, right? The commentary after is what has my ire up. Now, here's the
I
thing.
got you.
I would never buy my kid something and take it where there's a bunch of other kids unless I knew
Right.
that those other kids were going to be getting, something. That's one
Something.
thing.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't
Yeah,
do that either.
that was yeah, that was my point. Like to me, I can't see doing that to them kids just because Big Mama is trifling. I just yeah.
But here's the thing about that. Here's where I was trying to go with it. A lot of people were putting the focus on the dude, right? So,
No, the focus is
wait,
on her.
no, listen, I get
Oh,
Hmm.
go
yep.
ahead.
Logically.
The focus is for me is more so on her because
Yeah.
here's the thing. Like I said, a lot of the commentary was like, well, he knows this and he knows that, and she's got all them kids, and she told him rather that she didn't have any more stamps for the month, and he should have just helped her out. First of all, you don't know what that dude's financial situation is. That's number
Right.
one. You asked him to take care of his kid, right?
Yeah.
So why is it that when he came for stuff for his kid, would you be upset about him not doing for the other kids? First of all, he didn't know. You understand how was he to know that you didn't call the other father or fathers and ask them to do the same thing you asked him to do? Why is it that you would assume that he was going to do this, right? That's number one. Number two, you out of your stamps for the month. Now, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you have 3 kids, okay, if there's 3 kids, you're probably getting somewhere about $750, $800 a month for stamps. Why the fuck are you out of food stamps? Like, you feed these kids lobsters and crap. Like,
You know why she out of food stamps. Stop it.
exactly.
Well, I mean,
And wait a minute. In the video, okay, which now that I know it's a skit, they probably intentionally did this. You could see her nails like freshly done. Like, bitch, that's groceries. Like, not that you're not supposed to take care of yourself, but I'd be damned if I do anything for myself before I do it for my kid.
yeah, all of that notwithstanding, if he shows up and is like, "Oh, I want to take my kid for a little while," why wouldn't you just be like, "Okay"?
Because
I mean,
some people are like that. And if you
Because
call
broke
yourself trying
hoes
to
be
wangle him,
tripping.
yeah, if you're trying to like basically manipulate him into buying the other kids some food, because who knows what the situation is. Like I said, even though this was a skit, this is not unreasonable skit. You know, like a unrealistic skit. You know, people have done this kind of thing. So it's like there have
yeah,
been
with
dudes who have taken care of theirs and then knew that there were other kids in the house. And you know, if they had a few extra dollars or whatever, they might have did something extra. And that's fine. That's cool. That man, you know, did something for kids that he didn't have to do. However, you don't expect for him to do it. He ain't gotta do shit.
yeah,
Lord, Lord,
I
Lord.
I always think that when you go into something trying to manipulate people, it never works out well. You know what I mean? Like, just don't do it. Like,
Don't
it
do
never
it.
works. Yeah, it never works out the way you think. So just be better people. How about that?
Let me help
Yeah.
out you broke
That's a start.
hoes. If you have multiple baby daddies, fine, we all have a history. And you call one over to take care of one of his children as far as just dropping off food, that's all he's obligated to take care of. If it is somebody you are currently fucking, okay, you might expect them to help out a little bit more. But do better.
I said, but do fucking better. And here's my whole thing about that too. So by the time you call baby daddy and y'all had these conversations over this conversation on the phone, let's say that took 10 or 15 minutes. Let's say it took another half an hour to 45 minutes for him to come with some food. Okay. And y'all out there arguing for 5 minutes. Like, these kids are sitting up hungry. You know what I mean? Like, if they're hungry, why would you make those kids wait that long? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Um,
The whole shit's crazy. You just don't
yeah,
look.
it was
Don't nobody
it
have to do nothing for you, no matter what kind of situation that you are
and
in. People don't
that's
have
all
to
I'm
have
saying.
sympathy, a ounce of sympathy, no matter what situation you're in. Whether you got 1 kid or 6 kids, there are plenty of people out here with 6, 7 kids, and there's a whole bunch of them who don't even have a fucking roof over their head. You understand? So it's like that whole sense of
Yeah,
entitlement thing just pisses me off. I'm
it's
just
never been it's never been my personality to expect anybody to do anything for
don't
me.
nobody have to do shit for you.
Like I've always been, if it's something that I feel like I need or want,
I'ma go
it's
get it.
yeah, it's incumbent upon me to make it happen. Like I've never sat around and thought, oh well, I'll get so and so to bail me out, or so and so to come take care of this or whatever.
Look at
I
that
mean,
sexiness
if
of grown ass women.
I mean, if somebody wants to do it, I mean, that's a happy surprise and thank you, but it's never something that I would expect.
Who
I've never been
coincidentally stopped
one.
after one baby daddy.
Who, me? Yeah.
Both of y'all. Functional
Well,
ass
yeah.
adults. The bigger picture is a lot of you broke ass people showed your true colors and responded to that shit.
Yeah. Um, Whatever.
Some of those responses were just fucking ridiculous to me. I was just like I said, the whole sense of entitlement thing out here has gone way out of control, and it's like, yeah,
Okay.
I
And yeah,
I
and while
knew
we're
early on. I knew early on, probably even before I had my child, that I was pretty much gonna be raising her by myself. You know what I mean? Was he gonna be around every now and then? Yeah, whatever, whatever. But for the most part, anything financial was gonna have to be taken care of by me. Now, here's the thing: did I get pissed sometimes? Of course I did. But at the end of the day, it was easier for me to pick up the mantle and take it and run than to try to force this Negro to do anything, because you can't make people do shit. And all them games of manipulation and, all of the fit throwing and all of that other stuff, at the end of the day, it take way more energy than if you just did it yourself. Is it easy? No, it's not easy.
no,
Should you
right.
have to do it by yourself? No, you fucking shouldn't. But what you gonna do?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, like I I never sat around and was like,
Absolutely not.
like this motherfucker ain't doing well. First of all, let me be clear. I can say a lot of things about my child's father, but he did, for the most part, provide financial support when I was gonna say asked, but no, forced. He did usually provide financial support, but so whatever. He also knew. Well, that's a whole nother discussion that some of y'all aren't ready for. But
What's that?
I was gonna say he also knew to stay the fuck out of my way um and not provide roadblocks when there didn't need to be roadblocks. He didn't do that. You know, it, my thing was, if you're not going to be around, the least you could do is just not. You know what I mean? Like, don't be popping up every so often causing strife. And to his credit, he did not provide a whole lot of roadblocks in that manner.
Mm.
So I didn't have those issues. But no,
Out the
it was never
stepdaddies.
it was never a situation where if he didn't pay, I was gonna be like, oh my God, that motherfucker ain't paying, blah, 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 blah. No, it was, well, he didn't do what he was supposed to do, so now I gotta go do something extra. And that's just what it is, because I don't have time to sit here and be angry about that when my child got to eat or my child needs school clothes or whatever. I'll be angry about it later. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'll
But the
bitch about it
situation is
later,
gonna get handled first.
but it'll get handled first. Like, I will make sure that my child has what my child needs, come hell or high. Like, I don't need to depend on someone else to do for my kid. And that was always my stance from the beginning. So, but, you know, I was going to say, that was also when, I had a choice whether or not to have a child, and I chose to have a child. But, some of y'all ain't going to be having those choices. So, anyway,
Really laughing at him though?
well, I wasn't laughing. I was just like, haha, like, funny, weird, funny,
Oh,
weird that they took those
Walmart
rights
and
away from
most of
you.
the bigger pharmacies are allowing people to still buy Plan Bs for relatively cheap, but I think you can only buy like two, three at a time. I forgot if it's Costco
Well,
or Sam's
Well,
wait,
Club.
wait,
hell,
You
how
can
Car-
get
many you
like
gotta
eight at a
take?
time. Listen, I don't know how y'all get down. I'm
okay.
just saying it's out there.
Well, you only need to take one if you are under 206, I think 260 pounds. Anybody over 260 pounds, Plan B is not the right pill for you. There's another one that you probably should take instead, but it's not effective in bigger girls. So that's something that people don't necessarily know, but they should know. So keep that in mind. Um, so, oh, did you still want to talk about big girls while we're on the topic? We got time.
Do we? I got shit to do.
We got a little time.
Go
Stop
ahead.
it.
I gotta take a road
Big
trip in the morning. I'm
girls,
saying.
well, what about, well, I guess it is more common for big girls and fit men than it is for fit big men and fit women. Most of the time, fit women don't too much care for like bigger guys. So
Is that true? I mean, I don't
Fucking
know.
chauvinist.
I guess I don't really be paying attention to y'all like that tough. So
Oh no,
I
fit
don't
chicks
really
are
know how people get down.
annoying. They steadily looking
Um,
for somebody in the gym.
oh, because I was going to say, well, a lot of fit dudes are annoying too, but
A lot of them, but then I would say most of them go for big chicks.
oh, speaking of which, shout out to my boy Shannon, who at some point I'm gonna have him on the podcast. But he's a personal trainer. He's a fit dude, older gentleman, very fit.
Is this woman too big
But
for Plan B?
oh my life.
I don't know that I don't even know if he has a woman right now. I haven't talked to him in a while, but I will certainly. Well, when we have him on, we'll ask if his woman is too big for Plan B.
Just wasting all that damn testosterone.
But yeah, I was gonna say, do I prefer a fit guy? Mm,
I'm
see,
too
to
hood to
me,
trust
there's
skinny
different.
bitches.
I'm sorry.
I'm too hood to trust skinny bitches.
Well, I was gonna say there are different levels of fitness.
Putting
Um,
this dick in your mouth. Nah, what?
like, yeah, I'm
Mm-mm.
ignoring you.
Mm-mm.
Like the big muscle bound dudes. I can't say that that's for me necessarily.
I don't like the guys who look like they'll have road rage in the middle of a traffic jam.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I mean. Like the big muscle bound, like
I
big
don't
muscular
really
dudes.
necessarily care for those guys, but
The ones who can't walk with their arms down at their sides. You know what I mean?
yeah, I can't
Yeah.
with that.
No.
But normally I like for my guys to be slim.
Yes.
Um, I listen. Here's what it is. I'm a fluffy girl. Me and
Yes.
fluffy dudes don't get along. All we can do is create friction. I mean,
I thought there was some
Uh,
pleasure to that though.
I
not
mean,
for me.
maybe. Yeah, I was gonna say that's not my thing. I mean,
Hmm.
and don't get me wrong, it's not that I'm opposed to, a thicker dude. Like I'm not opposed to that, but that's not where my eye goes. That's what I'll say. Um
In the words of
I,
Bodacious, shout out to the gut to butt flop.
The what?
I don't know what
Never
that is.
We'll
mind.
get back to that.
But yeah, my eye would tend to go to like a slim fit guy, you know.
Why is that?
Like why a slim fit?
Both of
I
y'all
don't
said the
know.
same thing. I'm wondering.
I don't know.
Again, what am I gonna do with a fluffy dude? All we can do is create friction. I mean, I don't.
Well, I mean,
Friction is cool.
to be fair, I wasn't always fluffy. Okay, even when I wasn't fluffy, I always gravitated towards a slim fit.
And I wasn't. And I was fit, and still, that's where my eye went. So I've never really,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's not like I changed because of that. That's always what's drawn my
yeah,
eye. But listen, there's a lot of women. I know a lot of women that like a stocky dude. Like, that's what they like. They like a thick, stocky dude.
yeah, teddy bears,
And
my friend call
yeah,
them.
yeah, and that's just not. That's never been my thing.
And nothing against them.
No,
It's
nothing
just
against
not,
them. And if I met one and he was pleasant and he was nice and we got along, I'd probably give him a shot. But it's just not where my eye goes. Is what I'm saying.
Nothing else,
and
a
there's a
big
lot
dude
of
can
men
eat.
that feel like that about fluffy women. So,
But yeah, I mean
I don't think that
that
is
is true.
realistically. Most of them dudes that walk the earth feeling late, whoever they step to got to be a supermodel, is single as fuck.
Well, they're definitely obnoxious. I'll say that.
Yeah, hence single.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, you'd be surprised how
So,
many obnoxious dudes are not single.
yep,
nah, there's a ton of women that love it. I know. I
Yeah.
be in the friend zone listening to them complain about
It's
them niggas they fucking.
I was gonna say it's a lot of dudes that like obnoxious women. So as long
yep.
as long as they look good, they don't care how motherfucking psycho they are. And I know this because you know they be friends of mine complaining to me about this psycho bitch that they married, which
I
that's
mean, in
on
all
you.
fairness, they
'Cause
do tend to be the best in bed, but if you could put up with the
That's
rest
what
of
my
that,
boy
good
said.
for you.
That's what my boy said. My
I
boy
think,
was like,
I mean,
he flat out, I was honest about it. He said that he liked crazy women because of how they are in bed.
I think that I can't. I have no basis for this, but I have to believe that it's some kind of myth. Although there are different levels of crazy. Let's put it that way.
I can go based on experience. It's pretty true.
Yeah, there are different levels of crazy, and
Oh yeah, of course.
yeah. But my point is, don't then come to me complaining about how crazy this bitch is when you didn't do your due diligence on the front end. So I can't help you with that.
It's not a matter of due diligence. I think people just don't care initially.
Well, until
And
they
then
get
the
in
more
it
you
and they
have to put up,
realize
yeah, the
how
more I have to put up
hard
with the
that shit
other shit,
is.
it's like,
Yes.
is it worth it?
Yeah. Yeah. And now you're bitching to me. And I'm like, but she still looks the same, which is what you got her for. So
It
miss me with
fades.
all of that.
Yep, I got two exes and both they currents are lunatics and they done been with them quite a while. But
Don't let them
Yep.
hoes out freak you.
what if they can have them motherfuckers? Shit. Uh, well, one of them I won't say that about, but the other one, like you can have that motherfucker. But um, I don't even think it was that. For one of them, for sure, I pretty much figured out that that person, hello,
I
Yep.
hear you.
that person that person's life has been chaotic and drama filled, chaotic his whole entire life. And I'm not chaotic. I'm not drama filled. And I believe that he needed that because he didn't know how to exist outside of it.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
familiarity.
And there are a
yeah,
lot of
It's
people
just,
that way.
there are a lot of people that way.
Yeah.
The other one needed
I've
somebody more like his mama.
oh
yeah.
Lord, both
And
hanging
I
on to
was not.
dysfunction.
I
Yeah.
mean, I won't even say his mom was dysfunction. I just believe that he was way more like his dad than maybe he realized at the time we were together. And because he was so much like his dad, that he needed somebody that was the opposite of my personality so that he could be like his dad. While we were together, he couldn't be like his dad. He couldn't be that chill, laid back, whatever, because who I was when we were together, I was passive and just it's what he needed, somebody who was more take control. And I was not that person when we were together. So he needed somebody more like his mom. Well, he found her.
Good luck
And
with
then
that, my
some.
guy.
And then some.
Yeah.
Shout out to Control
Yeah.
Freaks. Yay.
I honestly don't know who my exes are with because I don't really keep up with them like that. I don't even care.
I mean, me and
Said
my exes are still
somebody.
cool.
Yeah, I'm cool with all
Well,
my
no,
exes.
no. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm cool with my exes. We just don't talk about them because I don't care. Unless like they have kids or something. Like I'll ask about the kids, how the kids doing, whatever. But the extent
Oh,
to
I
which I
get my
don't
7
care about
laughs.
the.
Like, oh, y'all got them problems.
Oh yeah. See, I
You
don't.
so silly.
I'm
I
dead
don't even
ass.
care.
Somebody on Twitter was like, you need to go ahead and either block or delete your exes off your page. Like, why? They got to see me shining. Shit.
Right.
I just don't care enough. Like once I'm done with you, like I don't care what you're doing. I don't care, like I don't care to rub your face in it. I just don't care. I can be civil to you. I can,
Yeah, I am cooler than an Eskimo stripper, but every fucking adventure you tell me about yo ain't shit nigga now, I'll be like, oh, that's crazy.
oh
But as soon
yeah.
as I get off the phone, I'm laughing my ass off.
No, I don't even listen to that bullshit because it don't involve me. So, like I
That's
don't
what
even
I
want to
tell
hear it.
them. Like, oh, good luck with
So
that. I wish you the best.
I don't even be wanting to hear it. Or whatever.
You trying
I
to say we
assume.
petty?
Yep,
No, I'm not saying you're petty. What I'm saying, I'm
I
just
am.
saying, like
Shit.
I assume. Listen, I assume they're unhappy when they start blowing my phone up. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, clearly that's not going well. But if you're waiting for me to ask you about it, it's not going to happen because I don't care that much.
Oh,
I
can
just
we
don't.
stop shaming the people who don't call you for years and then just pop up out of nowhere like, hey, what's up? How you been? Send nudes.
Oh, that would be me. Oh, well, not the send nudes part, but that would be me. Like, there are people that
I'm
I
that guy.
cannot talk to
Sorry.
for years,
We still
and
cool.
I'll just pop up and be like, "Hey, yeah." I mean, and most of my friends, they understand, and they got lives of their own. So when we hear from each other, we're just like, "Hey," and we talk like we just talked yesterday.
No,
It's no
he's
big deal.
talking about people you used to fuck with. Send news.
Not
Oh,
necessarily.
Yeah, okay.
oh, yeah. Well, because yeah.
As
Mm-hmm.
I've
They
stated
love
Mm-hmm.
the
before
pop.
on this podcast, 90% truth, 10% jokes for effect.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. They love to pop up.
Disclaimers.
Yeah,
All right,
but
that's a solid 50 minutes. I go get sleep
oh,
now.
you didn't want to go into. You wanted to save the black
Yeah,
on
we'll do
black
that on another
racism.
day.
No, why are you so sleepy?
I'm not sleepy. I gotta take a road trip in the morning. So I figure I gotta force myself to go to sleep.
Oh, okay. Melatonin.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I know.
What did she say?
Melatonin. Figured out
Oh,
the key. Turn on reality shows. That'll put me to sleep every time.
yeah.
Mm,
That's a
lucky
pretty good
you.
idea.
Yo,
Lucky
ain't nothing
you.
like some
Um,
uninteresting shit to knock me out.
Not me, because if I put on like a reality show or something that I don't care about, next thing I know, I'm doing something else because I don't care about that. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't care about what's on the television. So, let me go see what's on YouTube real quick. You know what I mean?
Why are these
So,
jackbutts out here with these fucking fireworks? It's the first.
I don't know, but yeah, if they traumatize my dog, we gonna have words. Yes, with the whole city. I don't give a damn.
uh,
I will fight you for my fur brat.
Film it. You'll be
Fur brat.
famous.
Yeah, probably. Because
All right,
half
for
the
those who
internet will
have made
back
it
me
this
up.
far, yeah. If you like the show, tell a friend, tell a foe, tell a hoe, and if you don't, tell everybody you know. It's the Threesome Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. The Threesome Pod on Twitter.
Ooh, why'd you fade out?
I don't know. I probably put the microphone away from my face.
Oh, stop that.
Pause.
Ah, funny to me. Sorry. Go ahead.
Good night.
No,
Good night,
no, you were
folks.
gonna finish.
I was.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and tell them where they can find us.
I did.
Well, we didn't hear
Pay
you because you
me
faded
no
out.
attention.
You faded out.
Jesus Christ. Go on the internet. Look up the Threesome Podcast. Find us. Like, rate, subscribe, whatever the fuck.
Send us a voicemail. We like to hear from you.
Talk your shit.
I'm going to walk the dog.
Walking the dog.
Under the fireworks.